You know, the other day we were talking and Don said that...
Welcome to Extra Time. Stevie's just started talking before we started.
Don said he fancied Southampton to knock out City.
Did he?
Yeah. They got beat 4-0 the following day.
Villa beat them 4-0, yeah?
Villa beat them 4-0 them. Oh, like that.
Oh, dear. How are you, Don? Jules, same clothes you're wearing in the Gavin Jules podcast?
You're a busy man.
Yeah, I didn't change since this morning. Is that okay? Or do I need to change twice my outfit like you do?
I thought, you know, just for TV purposes, you might change, make a little bit of an effort, Jules, but there we are. I mean, I saw you tag the people who make that shirt.
I thought this was good.
That's a freebie, I assume, yeah, Jules? Yeah, there you go. It's like Don and his freebies.
It's a French guy in the US. In Chicago. I make sure that he sends you one as well.
Yes, please. I mean,
What the rest is? We chop liver.
Maybe they don't make it your size.
What, extra small? Hey, by the way, talking about making it in your size, they don't do kids either, by the way.
They do. Everyone knows kids is where the money is, isn't it?
Tell them under 10s.
Hey, Don, how's your wife, Don? She's almost having a baby soon.
Yeah, she is. What have we got? 6 weeks-ish? April 11th?
Oh.
Wow. Are you helping Don foot rub every night?
No, I'm in the spare room.
Right, for Don, the percentage chance of Everton being relegated from the Premier League?
Oh, Dan. I reckon it's about a 33 and a third. I think there's 3 teams in it. It's that old 33 and a third jobby, or whatever it is. I think there's Burnley, Everton, Leeds. Between those 3 fighting for one spot. I think Norwich and Watford have gone.
And it's equal chance between all those 3?
I think so. Everyone must be petrified. I mean, Leeds are in free fall, got a new manager in. Frank's only been there 5 minutes. They've got 2 home games against Wolves and Newcastle, where I think they might be okay, but with no certainty whatsoever. And Burnley, they were a little bit, I say unlucky loosely, because for 45 minutes against Chelsea were good, but the second half fell apart.
So what if I was to say Burnley is 45%, Don? How would that
would
reflect the other 2 teams?
No, Dan, that would blow my mind.
Don, a lot of questions for you. When do you think the allure of Manchester United will start to diminish for top players? Any top player who's made a move to Manchester United has had a negative career impact after joining. And also, do they need to start investing more in developing their academy players?
Well, they've always had a good academy. I think there was a stat, knocking around, at the start of the season, where I think something like 19, 20 odd years, they've always had an academy player. So that's not a problem I wouldn't have thought for Man U. It will diminish if they don't get top 4. I mean, because you can only get by a certain amount of years if you don't get in the Champions League. And United are United. They've still got the pulling power, one of the biggest in the world. And like we saw with Alexis Sanchez, they'll pay someone ridiculous amounts of money to get them to their football club. Now, whether you get the right ones in or not, that's a different question.
What about your friend Harry Kane, Don?
Well, the rumours are, Jules might know more than I do, but the rumours are if Pochettino goes Man United, he wants to take Kane.
Would you go to United if you were Kane, Jules?
I mean, I think if you're Kane, you want to work with Pochettino again, that might be a possibility, although it depends as well what else is on the table. If there's a City, for example, or something, that might be a bit more difficult. But they certainly need a striker, United. I mean, Cristiano, this can't continue. Cavani will go. There's Greenwood, of course. So they need someone. So, you can try Haaland again, and very likely he will be another no, like he did before. But there's not that many available anyway. So I think if you're United and you get Poch, you have to go all in on Kane and hope that you somehow manage to convince him.
Even if Poch is not there, if you're Kane, you go to United before you stay at top.
Right.
Absolutely. I don't even think it's close. Not even a question.
Because it's Manchester United?
Yeah.
Because it's such a big team?
Well, Tottenham, the chances of Tottenham, I mean, we're talking about Tottenham trying to compete with the top 4. the chances of Man United 100% competing in the top 4 next year are way above what Spurs are.
Why?
Well, just because they can go out in the summer and buy players. Tottenham ain't going to do that. No chance.
Stevie, what is the approach of teams when they are playing the chasing game in the second leg, like Real Madrid against PSG? Would not having a away goal advantage affect the way this game will be played?
Yes, completely. If you're Real Madrid, you have to make sure you get the balance right between being tight and going forward.
Okay.
That's the key. If you go gangbuster early doors and lose a goal, then you've shot yourself in the foot before you even got going. So because it's only one, then you just methodically make your way up the field with the first thought of playing the ball forward.
Okay.
That's what they didn't do in the first leg. They were too busy defending that they forgot to play the ball forward. They have to get the balance right at home. To give nothing away, but if there's a ball to go forward, then you play it.
Where will you be watching the game, Jules?
I'm going. I'm covering the game for ESPN, so I'll be at the Bernabeu. Yeah.
Big time.
I
Big
jinx the
time.
team. I know PSG will be knocked out. I'll be jinxing the team.
That's it.
I know you're
Same
ready. I
clothes,
can tell you that
different
right now. I
clothes?
know it.
Same gear, Jules, different?
Different clothes.
Different clothes.
Different clothes. I've got my lucky PSG shirt that I bring with me everywhere.
Oh no, stinks.
But, yeah.
If Wayne Rooney, Jules, keeps Derby from being relegated after a 21-point deduction, is it the greatest accomplishment of his playing coaching career? They're currently 22nd. They're 5 points off Reading in safety.
Yeah, and they had all those, obviously, I think the 12 points penalty. I think if he keeps them up, he deserves to be the Premier League Manager of the Year. Although he's in the Championship, he can win the Championship Manager of the Year and the Premier League Manager of the Year and all the other Managers of the Year you want, because it's not a very good squad. And yet, for him to, if they do it, to manage to keep them up with the points penalty, reviving a career, or certainly at this level, of someone like Ravel Morrison, for example, who, as we all know, was an incredible talent, lost his way completely, and now you watch him at the weekend scoring 2 goals. He's a completely different player, and you think, okay, Wayne is clearly doing a lot of very positive things and good things. That doesn't mean that he would be an amazing manager at a bigger club, winning bigger trophies, but certainly in the current context at Derby, where they are and what he has to do, he's doing an incredible job, and I think he deserves a lot of credit for it.
For Don, could Tammy Abraham have helped Chelsea win the Premier League this season? He scored 20 in his first season with Roma. Surely he could have given them more than Lukaku.
I think I seen something yesterday. I was working down on the Napoli-Milan game, and Giroud scored for Milan. He scored the win, and I think I read that between Tammy Abraham and Giroud, since they've left Chelsea, they've scored 63 between them. So not a bad return. And Tammy, by the way, I mean, what a job he's done in Serie A, hitting 20-odd goals. Incredible. I would say
What
no.
would Lukaku do in Serie A?
This sounds a little familiar, doesn't it?
I would say no, though. I think Tammy had to make the move. I think, to be honest, he was a brave kid. I watched Tomori play for Milan last night, and I'm very envious of these young players going to Serie A and the boys that went to Bundesliga and playing. Good luck to them, Good luck to those young kids playing abroad.
Oh, that's a nice little pat on the head. Well done, boys.
No, but I'm envious.
You're trying very hard, getting paid millions of euros to do that.
No, but I'm very envious of them.
Did you have any offers to go abroad, Don?
I didn't have an offer, Dan, but I had a rumour of Inter Milan back in the day.
Did you start the rumour?
Yes.
Jules, why do you live in London?
Why do I live in London? I moved here for work when I was working for Le Parisien newspaper. They sent me over here to be their correspondent, and then I met Mrs. L here. The children were born here. Life is good here, so I stay. We're not far from Paris, so we can go often. To be fair, so it's good here. It's really good here.
Frank has told me he's already booked a restaurant for you two for the Champions League final. God, he's very excited about you going over.
I don't know, but certainly when he came to London, he kept asking me, oh, give me a good romantic dinner for me and my wife. And I was like, all right, I don't want to know too much what you're going to do on your Monday night or Tuesday night in London with Mrs. Leboeuf. So I gave him a few addresses. In Paris, I think I would rather pick the restaurant than him. Somehow, I don't really trust him with his taste.
Why?
Have you told him?
I'm not sure. I mean, and why? You know, why is he going to wear there? Is he going to wear that like camouflage top that he had the other day on the show? Like,
Hey.
I would rather be in
You
control.
can be guaranteed, Jules, there will be a picture of Frank Leboeuf on the wall of the restaurant somewhere.
Yeah, certainty.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, where are we? This is a question for everyone. Last decade or two would have seen on every corner 2 defenders covering each post. Oh, did you write this
right
in?
up my street.
No one stands there anymore, and many goals enter on the opposite side of the keeper. Why not bring it back? Players on posts for set pieces, Stevie.
Absolutely. I don't get it. I really don't understand why all of a sudden nobody does it.
Why don't they do it, Jules?
Madness.
It's a good question. I think, especially the zonal marking on corners, I think some of the players are told to almost take 2 steps back, to go towards the post if needed. The problem is a lot of them, I don't think maybe are intelligent enough, or certainly not aware enough, or are not reactive enough to do it. So I think Stevie is right. A lot of the managers, especially we know the teams that are struggling on set pieces defensively. Come on, just go old school, do it, and it might help you actually to be a bit more solid.
Don, would they stick you on a post?
I used to like being free down because I remember having a conversation with Peter Reid, and I was too offensively minded where I couldn't be trusted, because if I seen a ball coming from the corner and I seen like my goalkeeper like favourite to win it, what I would do is I'd sprint out my own 18-yard box thinking, yeah, he's definitely going to catch this, and then I'd sprint off. So I'd have so much trust, but I was so offensively minded, I couldn't be trusted to mark someone. So Peter Reid was a good manager for me. He had a little hybrid system sort of going where you'd have your best defenders marking the opposition's best headers. Then he would say to me, right, I'm going to put you in the front zone, and if any balls come in that front zone, just go and attack the ball and win it in the air. But I'm not going to put you on a man-to-man marker, because I know you'll end up watching the ball and you'll get carried away and you'll switch off. Because I was a Labrador, I was just buzzing all the time.
Well, couldn't they just have tied you to a post? Surely if he just said stand by that post, you could manage that.
No, because I was good in the air. No, because then that was me wasted, because I was good in the air. So I actually liked heading the ball, and I was a good header of the ball. I just couldn't. Stevie understands, and Jules understands.
You tell he's headed a lot of balls.
I couldn't man mark someone. I'd be watching the flight of it thinking the goalkeeper's getting this, I'm off.
Right.
Like, you couldn't trust me.
Would you have liked to have coached Don?
No thanks.
Jules, what's the most beautiful team name to say of the top 5 leagues this season, apart from Sassuolo? Oh, you've got to have a bit of Borussia Mönchengladbach.
No.
Yes.
No. Guingamp.
Oh, Guingamp. It's not Guingamp, Dan.
Guingamp. What is it? Guingamp.
Guingamp, to be fair,
Guingamp.
the second division.
I got the relegated.
I think Reims, obviously, where the Champagne region, where all the really good champagne is from in France, because no one can say Reims, which is R-E-I-M-S. So people say Reims, people say also, they get confused with Rennes, which is R-E-N-N-E-S. I get also, so I think Reims probably has to win this one.
What do you like saying, Don?
Reims is a good one, though, because I was one of them when I first done my French commentary about 4 or 5 years ago, and I was doing a Reims, and I went, who's this team? Reims. Never heard of Reims. Never heard of them. And then my comms guy had to go, it's not Reims, Don, it's Reims.
How about Inverness, Clacknacudden?
Well, they're not in the top 5 leagues.
In Scotland they are.
Are they?
Aye,
They're in the Premiership.
I think.
Yeah, right. You have no idea where they are. Okay, final question, and it's a serious one for you, Stevie.
All right.
Start, bench, or drop? Chips, beer, shepherd's pie.
Wow.
Wow. That's a starter.
Impossible. That's impossible for Stevie.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No,
No. Because they all work out in a row.
Right. Can I guess?
Yes.
I think you would start beer,
Yep.
you would drop shepherd's pie,
Correct.
and
Finish the night off with a bag of crisps. Easy peasy.
yeah. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and of course, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN Plus.